Hi everybody, and a big welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be having a look at how you can activate cheats in the Xbox version of Age of Empires 4. I'll also show you some examples of the different cheats that you can use within the game. You can also use the same cheats if you're playing on the PC version of the game. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. If you're hoping to use the cheat codes in a skirmish match or a custom match, then at the start of the game, in the game settings, you need to make sure that cheats allowed is enabled. If you're using cheats in the campaign, they don't need to be turned on before you start the match. You can just go and apply them in game, which I'll show you how to do now. The other thing is that if you use cheats in a given match, it will prevent your ability on Xbox to gain any achievements in that match, and also it will prevent any sort of progress towards any in-game challenges, for example. It's worth noting that not all of the cheat codes are available for use in every game mode within the game. So within the video's description, I've included a list of all of the different cheat codes that I'm aware of and which modes they can be used in. So to apply a cheat code to the match that you're playing, press the pause menu and go down to the chat box. Press the global chat button and this will load up the Microsoft keyboard where you can input different cheat codes. And really it's just as simple as that. So once you put the cheat code in, it should be activated and ready to go. So the first cheat we're going to look at is Photon Man. So if you put Photon Man into the chat box, this will spawn a Photon Man, which is basically like some badass space guy with a gun.
Yeah, it's your gun. Moving me gun.
So here I've gone and spawned about 60 of these things because, you know, why not? These guys are absolutely insane. They can take down buildings, take down other units with absolutely no issue. And yeah, it is a bit of a laugh to spawn a few of these and give them a go against the other units. So the next cheat code is Big Bad Sheep. So if you put this code into the chat box, then essentially it will convert any sheep that are on the map into wolves. Unfortunately, you can't actually control the wolves yourself, but if there's some sheep in an enemy base, for example, and you convert them over to wolves, it can be quite funny to see what happens. The wolves here have been rather unsuccessful in taking down the enemy cavalry that they're stood next to, but you know, when you've got a squad of Photon men you can bring in, it's all good. So those of you who've played Age of Empires 2 before will like this next cheat. So the code is out with the new, and if you put that into the chat box, it will change the battle or attack notification sound within the game to the Age of Empires 2 noise. So you may or may not know that Age of Empires 2 has actually come to Xbox as well this year. So it's available on Xbox Game Pass, and they've actually ported it over to the Xbox really well. Much like Age of Empires 4, the controller scheme that they've put in place works really effectively. And, you know, I hadn't played Age of Empires 2 for a long time until it came over to Xbox this year. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it so far. So, you know, if you've enjoyed Age of Empires 4 or you're looking to maybe try out Age of Empires 2 again for a nostalgia hit, go and check it out on Game Pass. So the next cheat is called This Is Fine. So for this cheat, you'll need to select some of the enemy's buildings that you want to target. Once you put the cheat code of This Is Fine in, it will actually set those buildings on fire. So the next cheat code is One of Us. So this code will basically convert any enemy units that you've selected with your cursor into units that you can control yourself. So they become part of your army rather than the enemies. So those are the main cheat codes that I'm going to be touching on in the video today. Like I said, within the description of the video, I've included a full list of the different cheat codes that I'm aware of and which modes you can use them in. Lots of the cheat codes are resource related, so inputting that particular cheat code will grant you X amount of one of the different resources, or all of the resources, for example. So you can have a go at using those as well. So thank you very much for watching the video today. If you found it useful or enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And I'd be really grateful if you could subscribe to the channel. So we're just starting out here, it's one of our first videos. I've recorded a few other videos so far on Age of Empires 4 on Xbox, including a controller guide for some basic tips. You can check those out on the channel page. I'm looking to post more Age of Empires and gaming content going forwards. And yeah, we really appreciate your support. Thanks again.